Hey you guys. So lately I've been seeing people asking how to deal with stress management, depression, anxiety, whatever it may be, whatever you're dealing with. I know it's not easy to deal with at all. When I was a kid, a teenager dealing with alopecia, I never handled it well. I never had good management of stress or anything. And the only thing that helped me when I was little was music. I'd listen to very sad, depressing music, I will admit, but at the time I was able to relate to it and I felt like these lyrics were speaking to me. And the music never made me more sad, it never made me more depressed. It actually helped me get out of my funk. But for some people, if they're sad, they can't listen to sad music because it makes it worse. So everything works different for everybody. Sometimes a couple people it can help, sometimes other, a handful of people it's not gonna help. That's okay. You just have to figure out what works with you. And when I was little, I wrote every single thought on social media. It was a problem, actually. Every single thought, no matter what I had, it was on social media. But I guess at least in some way I was actually getting it out. I was actually trying to speak about it. Because I went to therapy, I've seen all that, I've been there, completed it, but it never fully helped me. It was never for me. I feel like talking about it to complete strangers, even though that's their job, I felt that it never benefited me in any way. And I even had one therapist, actually. Every time I went in there, she asked me if my wig was my real hair or not. And I felt like as a therapist, if you know that stuff bugs me, and even if you don't know it bugs me, as a professional, I don't think you should ask me every single session, oh, is that a wig? Or just because you're curious. I hated that. I hated it. Hated it because I didn't want to show up. I didn't want to go there and be asked, is my wig my hair, or is it just a wig? It's none of your business. I don't care if you're curious. I don't care about your questions. It's not my place to answer them. It's also not my place to educate you and actually answer your questions as if, that's my job. Your job is to help me through whatever I need help through, not for me to come through to my, therapy session and being asked, about my hair, when obviously if I'm wearing a wig, I have to wear a wig, For a lot of people, I get it's fun. They wear wigs for fun. But for me, at the time, I needed to wear a wig. It helped me face the world. It gave me that, security blanket of I will be judged less, or I would be asked questions less. But in reality, people don't care. Wig, no wig, hair, no hair. They're going to talk and they're going to say what they want to say. And I have to learn to have a, tough layer of skin. I have to brush it off my shoulder as if, I don't care. Because sooner or later in life, I'm going to have to realize that people are going to do what they want to do. They're going to say what they want to say. So I need to smile through it and just ignore it, because it's not worth my time. It's not worth my energy. I don't want to mess up my aura. I don't want to mess up with, what I try to give off. I don't want to have that toxic stuff mess with the positive, energy I wish to give off. Or I don't want it to ruin my day. And it's really hard. Well, it was really hard when I was a kid dealing with all that, not ever really knowing how to deal with it. But now, I'm an adult now. There's actually, music is still a big part of my life. I don't, I listen to it at least every day. I love music. But I also journal when I can. I really love writing my thoughts down, and, at least on paper, I'm getting everything out. I can say what I want to say. I don't have to be judged. Nothing. And that's what I love about journaling. But I also like to go on walks, clear my mind, get a little sunlight, and I do not forget the sunscreen, because skin cancer actually does run in my family, and I don't want any more chance of getting it. So I do try to remember to lather up the sunscreen, especially on my head. So, but you just have to find out what works with you. I used to do yoga. I used to do it a lot in school, in high school. I took every single yoga class I could take. But You have to, not, yoga's not for everyone because not everyone has the patience for meditation. Not everyone has the patience to breathe when you need to breathe, to do yoga. No, it's not for everyone. That's what I'm trying to say. Everything is not for everyone, and that's okay. But what I learned from yoga is the breathing. The breathing technique is what I carried through on from my yoga classes in high school. The 1, 2, 3, and the 1, 2, 3. The controlling of your breath is such a huge part of managing your stress and anxiety and depression. Just trying to get in control. And there's the other few things I've seen about how when people are going through episodes, they like to try to name off things, try to ground themselves. There's a cup here, a laptop there, a picture there. I'm trying to have my mind, I'm okay, I'm here, I'm grounded. Try to calm down. Or people do the touch method. It's another calming effect. Or I seen one lady when I was working retail, her therapist told her to color her arm. It helped her calm down. It distracted her from what was going on in her mind. And if that works for you, then just do whatever makes you happy, whatever helps you. You don't need to pay nobody $100 to help you through your situation. You don't need to, just because something works for somebody doesn't mean it's gonna work. The placebo effect is such a huge thing. People are like, well, this worked for me, or these pills worked for me, or this, or da 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 da. If you go in thinking this is gonna work, da 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 da, your body will probably make you think it's working, and it's really not working. And correct me if I'm wrong. If you don't like what I say, that's fine. But educate me, don't belittle me. And that's what I like. I'm not going to belittle you for being different. I'm not going to belittle you for doing something or thinking differently. I'd rather educate you. I'd rather educate you on why I do what I do, or educate you on alopecia and how it affects us all differently. And just because something works for someone doesn't mean you need to go spend all them hundreds of dollars just in hopes that it might work for you, And if you guys ever want to talk, my inbox is always open. I will try to help you with anything I can, give any advice I can. It's kind of just, try this, try that. If it works for you, if it works, it's good. If it doesn't work for you, keep trying. Don't give up. It's hard. It's a very, very long journey, and all of our acceptance times are different. We're all on different time frames, and that's okay. It took me forever to be able to, go out in public like this, because society is like, not everyone's gonna like me, not everyone's gonna like you. Everyone's perspective on beauty is different. That's why beauty is in the eye of the beholder. People always say, oh wow, you don't have to shave, I'm so jealous, I wish I didn't have to shave. But they never say, wow, I wish I had alopecia so I didn't have to shave. It's never that. It's never, oh, I want to have alopecia because you don't have to shave, you don't grow hair, all that. No, they want the good without the bad. And I'm sorry, honey, but you can't have the good without the bad. That's just life. We have to have the good and we have to have the bad. That's how it balances it out. So choose your words more wisely next time you're dealing with someone dealing with hair loss, because I get that you would love to not shave, but there's so much more to what we deal with. So be kind.